Welcome back to the finish line and our special edition of the Virtual Grand National. Yes, I did just say Virtual Grand National.
Times are fucking tough, lads.
Ah,
Dave is not happy about this.
I don't want to do this, to be honest.
we're scraping the end of the barrel here now. But look, it is what it is. Look, in the last 3 years, that they're having a good record, isn't it? She had...
I'm watching Gulfstream here, so I can't say that.
Yeah, that's worse. That is worse. Who you on?
Number one.
Number one. Hold up now, look at this.
I've had a bet in the first 3 races of Gulfstream.
So I happened the first as well.
The first race, I was just run out of it for third. I finished 4th.
Each way?
And then I was second in the next race, and then I won the third race. So I'm even. So.
Class.
Nice.
It's not too bad.
Oh,
It's a bit of crack anyway.
Ah, stop exceeding you going.
You've got
What?
Gulfstream here as well.
Me? No.
No, I've some home improvements channel.
Oh, God. It's bad when you start watching American racing.
Yep.
Yes.
So,
Right, into this then.
into this.
This fucking hole.
Right, so the whole concept behind this, if no one knows, it's done on mathematical algorithms taken from horses' previous performances, so they take into account their age, their weight, their form, the weather conditions, if there is such thing as a virtual, and there will be fallers apparently. So at least it'd be a bit of crack if you come to the last and you fall and lose your bollocks.
There's going to be a limited amount of fallers.
Oh, there has to be.
We can't have half the field
Could you
fall
imagine?
just for public perspective.
Be like Fine Avon all over again.
Loads of them will finish.
Yeah. I wish we could back the finishers.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting bet now with a bookie if you could get one.
Like, it's had to been run already. People that made it know who wins it, but apparently they're under contract that they can't open their mouths about it.
Oh, so it's recorded and all.
It's recorded and all. The people that after doing it know who wins it.
Oh, well, that's... I wish I knew who won it, so...
I wish I knew the people that knew who won it. Look, it's a bit of crack, and it's all for a good cause as well, because majority of the profits are all going to the NHS. Look, Dave glued to Gulfstream. Look at him.
I think it's miles back.
Dave, this must be the longest American race of all time. These are normally over like 5 furlongs, and they're done in 20 seconds.
Oh, lads, I seen one yesterday over 2 furlongs.
Here.
They were out the gates and they were whipping the living daylights out of it straight away. What's this shit? Who's winning it, Dave?
I don't know who won it.
Second favour.
Yeah.
Not Dave's one anyway.
I want my one again. No.
Yeah. So,
has anyone got any theories on this?
To be honest, I'm back in 3 in it, and that's it, like.
you must have a theory, Tom.
They're the same 3 I would have backed if it was the normal race. I'm back in Tiger Road, I'm back in Lakeview Lad, and I'm back in Kildesart.
Right.
And I don't really have any reason as to why. I might have a euro on Bryony Frost because I can
Don't drag us. It's isolation now. It's not the end of the world. You don't have to drag yourself down.
It's like something ITV would do, like.
Who was
For
it?
those of you who haven't...
Was it you that wrote him on Twitter, Tom?
Yeah, I look, for a few of us were in a WhatsApp group last night. We were having a crack, and we said, I threw it out there to Paddy Power. Would they give me a price on Yala Enki winning the Virtual Grand National and ITV getting the real Bryony Frost on for a winning interview? Just because it'd be the kind of thing they do. But no, Paddy Power, funnily enough, they wouldn't give me a price on it.
Funny enough, Paddy Power won't give me any prices on any of the horses.
I don't know if they're doing the betting on it, Tom.
Are they not? Surely they are.
I wrote him on Twitter there literally
Paddy Power.
before we came on, and all I got back is, hi there, we're covering the Racing TV Grand National. And you click to the link and it brings you to the Twitter poll one. Racing TV Twitter poll.
Oh, that's the Twitter poll thing.
Yeah.
That's no good.
No. So William Hill have prices up. Ladbrokes have prices up.
We'll have to open up a Ladbrokes account or a William Hill account.
I'll be opening one.
I had my bet on with William Hill earlier, so.
What are you going for, Tom?
I'll get to that, right? So I just written an article for for Bethapin there. So I had a quick look at it. I've got a couple of theories behind it, lads. One of them is, it's actually, if you go back now, look, sample size of 3 previous runnings. Mm-hmm. So, like, this is not a big sample size. But the finishes from the last 3 have been pretty accurate. So Cause of Causes won the Virtual Grand National in 2017. He was second in the actual race. Tiger Roll won it in 2018. He won the actual race. Raf Vinden won it last year and was third in the race. So I think, like, they're not a million miles off. The good thing to see is it's not like 100-to-1 outsiders who had, like, if they'd have put up Don Poley winning it a couple of years ago, the day after he was bought, like, you'd think it was a load of rubbish, to be honest. Yeah. I think they try and get as accurate as they can. 3 things I took out of it were the SPs of the horses were 16-to-1, 10-to-1, and 8-to-1. Mm-hmm. So I think you can discount your 50-to-1, 100-to-1 shots. Yeah. Each of them had won on their previous start. So I noticed the sample size of 3. I'd go with something. They're going to factor recent form into it, I think. And then we have the dogs. Dogs are going to go back now.
The finishing line dog has just got shot.
The weights they carried, the 3 winners of this carried 10-13, 10-13, and 11 stone. Yeah. So I think there's going to be something around. They don't want you to carry too much weight. I think they'll rule them out. That's what gets me. We spoke about this, and I was all over Tiger Roll. I was like, sure, they'll just make him win. Mm. But if you look at it, he didn't win this Virtual National last year.
No, he didn't.
And that race would have seen him carry 11.5. He's 11.10 this year.
Oh, I think he's the biggest lay of the year, he is.
I think he's got no chance. I think he'd be placed. Yeah. If you can get 5 places, I think he'd be around there. Surely he's not going to tail off, but I'd be pretty confident, especially after the preparation he's had this year. I'd be pretty confident something's going to get the better of him.
Yeah, I'd be agreeing with that.
That was my delve into it anyway.
And what you come up with then? Who'd you land on?
Okay, so what I came up with then is I narrowed it down to the weights. I went between 11 stone 2 and 10 stone 10.
Okay.
So that gave me 14 horses from Annabelle Fly down to Definitely Red. So I went through all of them. Look, I've tried to look at it like it was a normal race.
So
like
have I.
It was actually happening.
Yeah.
And that knocks a few out. A few of them, like Bally Optic, I think needs heavy ground. Surely they're going to run this on good to soft ground.
Apparently they're running it on the actual ground that it will be now.
I know who Tom's going to pick.
What's that?
I know who Tom's going to pick.
Can I have a guess as well?
Who I'm going to pick?
Definitely
I'll give
Red.
you the number, Andrew, because Tom won't know the number, but he know the name and he's not allowed to look.
Okay.
The number is 20.
I didn't go down that far. I only went down as far as Definitely Red. He's number 18.
15, yeah.
No, it's not
so
okay.
Anyway, right?
Right, go on.
So the 2 that stood out for me in that, and these are 2 that I would have backed in the race, are Annabelle Fly and Burrow Saint.
Right.
The one out of them, the reasons being, right? Annabelle Fly was second in last year's Gold Cup. He's been 4th and 5th in the last 2 runnings of the International, not beaten far. His form hasn't been very good this year, but on his last start over hurdles in February, he ran a really nice race to finish 3rd. So I think that brings his form boost in. In the last 2 Nationals, he's carried 11 stone 8 and 11 stone 10, and he would have only carried 11 stone 2.
Yeah.
So I think that really factors into his chance. And then what would probably be, I'll get onto betting on this afterwards, but my other one then is Burrow Saint, who's probably the more confident selection. Won the Irish National last year at the age of 6. He had a very easy campaign this year. They ran him in the Grade 1 at the start of December. He finished behind Fakir Dudaris. I think they put him in to see like what would happen from there. He then went and won a hurdle race very, very well on New Year's Eve in Ireland. He carries 11 stone 10, comes into it off a break. What was going to worry me was he hasn't run over the fences at all. But if you look at Raf Vinden, who the algorithm predicted to win last year, he hadn't run over the fences either. So there's obviously enough of an element that they don't just wipe you out if you haven't run over the fences. So I don't know, Burrow Saint and Annabelle Fly would be two logical picks for me anyway.
I totally agree with Burrow Saint. I have him down as one of my two as well. As you said, Irish national winner last year, guaranteed to stay, at least. Is a solid jumper, absolutely hosed up over hurdles last time, and the virtual Rachel Blackforce back on him. As you said, taking into account Raf Vinden last year had no experience over the fences. My God, we're talking about Virtual Grand National like it's real.
I think that's what you've got to do.
You have to do it. You have to.
I think you just go for this and pretend that it's real and pick what you would in the actual race. And I don't think you'll be too far off as long as you're not absolutely bonkers.
And I think this has been the plan for him since last year. So he's going into it fresh on the back of a win. His confidence is high. The pixels are still fresh. So I totally agree with everything you said. 11 stone 10 or 10 stone 10 is a lovely racing way for a national. And there's another one that I'm very sweet on. It's down at, he's carrying 10 stone 6. And he's second now. Ted Walsh's horse. I've really liked him since he won at Cheltenham last year. He's a bit of a fruitcake. He's this kind of horse that he's either going to love it or he's going to hate it. If he loves it, he could run a huge race. I know he's second favourite, but Ted Walsh knows what it takes to win this, to go close in it. And 10 stone 6, as you said, algorithms are going on their last win. And he won last time out. Certainty, lads. Lump on.
Dave, what was your theory behind Tiger?
It's all I know, the shite.
After listening to your breakdown of the theory, I do have a horse now that I probably will back, and I wasn't going to back him all along, or wouldn't have backed him probably in real life either. You said they won last time out, and the three horses you mentioned all ran in the 4-miler at Cheltenham. Tiger Roll won it, Raf Vinden won it, won it. Now this fella didn't win it, he was pulled up in it, but he won the last day. You backed him, so did I. OK Corral.
Yeah. Jesus. Be disappointed if he won.
It'd be hard if he won.
It should just be said, I'm giving those pointers out or trends out. The sample size is free. It's a free race. So.
Exactly.
The sample size is small, but obviously the algorithm works in a certain way. So like
it has been the last few years anyway.
When you said the three horses there, it stuck in my mind that they all ran in the 4-miler at Cheltenham. So they're keen to get the distance. And I went through, when you were talking there, I went through the horses. I think he's really the only one that would be a decent level of horse that ran in the 4-miler at Cheltenham, and he won the last day at Doncaster. So yeah,
not too bad.
It swayed my decision over to OK Corral and the virtual Derek O'Connor.
Virtual Derek O'Connor is in good form. Look, we're all going to be watching it. Apparently, it's going to be the highest viewing program all year so far, because I'd say it's going to be mental. Everyone's going to watch it.
When you go through the horses, it's actually really, really disappointing. This didn't get to run.
There's so many good horses.
I think it's the level of horses in the race is insanity for a handicapper.
I won't actually, looking back at it, I wouldn't rule out last year's second. Magical Light at all.
If this had been run like Tiger Roll is Tiger Roll, everybody knows what he's done. Bristol de Moy is a Grade 1 horse. Whether it's around Haydock or whatever, you can't discredit he's a Grade 1 horse. ASO is probably the best horse that Venetia Williams has. He's come second and third in the Ryanair. Elegant Escape. Won
he's too
West
slow.
National. He's probably Grade 2 level horse. Tocqueville Ben is good on his day. Beware the Bear won that big handicap at Cheltenham. Alfred Azobo is in there. Total Recall is in there. it's just a pity it didn't get to go ahead.
I think the race had to come too soon for the storyteller now. Don't think he'd be recovered after that now. It's a hard race he had at Cheltenham.
Is that what you put into the algorithm, is it?
Too tired, lads. Forget about him.
I had a couple of points on this though, lads. I put it in the column on Betapin as well. But like, I think I said before, everyone get like, I'm sure we're gonna get loads of stick for doing this video. Everyone's gonna get on their high horse. Tell us we're all a bunch of clowns for talking about a virtual race. But like, let's just take it for what it is.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a bit of crack.
It's things like this. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's having a bit of crack. It's given us something to do while we're stuck inside, which is quite mentally challenging, to be honest, to be stuck inside for this long. So it's given us something to talk about and have a laugh about. The proceeds are all going to the NHS. That's absolutely fantastic. Fair play to the bookmakers for doing that. And the maximum bet is a tenner. So like,
you can't go overboard.
Have your €2 on, have your €5 on. Don't go overboard. Treat it as it is, a bit of fun, and that's what it is at the end of the day. It's a bit of fun.
It's a virtual race, a bit of crack.
People can give out about it and all that, but there's 40 horses in the race every year, whether it's a virtual race or a real race. And I'd say of the millions of people that have a bet in this, the majority of them just pick a number or pick a colour. Yeah. So it's not going to be any different this time. The majority of people that bet in this race have no clue about race. No clue about what the trainer is or what the horse did the last time. So people can give out about it all they want, but a lot of these big races at Cheltenham, we talk about them on Aintree. The majority of people that bet, and the betting revenue coming in is just people having a random bet because it's a big day.
Like, you know yourself, Kay has no interest in horse racing. We were sitting out in the garden today. I said, oh, jeez, I'll have a bet in the Grand National. I said, there's a virtual one. Ah, yeah, sure, what harm? I'll have a bet in it. They do every year. So everyone's going to back in it, like, and watch it. So the viewers are going to be there, so there is a reason behind it to hold it.
Pick them by a name, pick them by a favourite number, pick them by a colour. Like, my mother doesn't have a bet, but if I asked her that she want to have a bet in this, she'd just say pick number 17, because that's her lucky number.
She's going to want another 40 to one shot, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to get another one of them for her, to be fair. Like.
Well, Dave, put her on number 17, and I think you're on to the winner. That's Burrows Saint. So.
Oh, there you go.
She wanted to have a bet, and she'd say number 17. So.
Yeah.
What's the?
Yeah, but like, lads, just take it as it is. Like, it'll liven up a lot of households, even just for 5 minutes tomorrow evening, and enjoy it.
Oh, it's a bit of crack.
The dog was listening. She's just turned the other way in disgust.
Who? Oh, look. Yeah, sure. Look.
It's a good job you haven't got a 5. It's a good job you haven't got a 517 and Crayford on or something.
No.
Oh, he's still on Gulfstream. He's guaranteed he's still on Gulfstream.
Guys, hit us up with your selections in the comments, and we'll see how we get on. We'll have a bit of a laugh.
And on that, lads, we have a WhatsApp group we're after setting up as well. So if anyone wants to be involved in that to pass a bit of boredom over the next few weeks, just email the finishing line 2017@gmail.com, and I'll send you on the link for it. There's a good few of us in there. We're having a bit of crack every day. Passes a bit of time. Sure, look, what else to be at? And we'll have a bit of crack at the end of the day. Yeah, so that's it, I think, is it? We'll finish on that. I
think that's it anyway. Look what Burrows Saint.
Oh, yeah. Mortgage of a tenner on Burrows Saint, lads. Get on.
I'm going to have 2 bottles watching it anyway, so.
You coming up here to watch it?
Yeah, I'll bring up 2 bottles.
Oh, wait, no, you can't come up where social isolating.
It's actually not, because I'm basically living in his house anyway.
Yeah,
so.
he spends he lives on his own, like, so he doesn't see anyone else apart me.
I've literally seen him every day since the Tuesday at Cheltenham. So if one of us is sick, both of us are sick.
If you're grand.
Oh, God. Fair enough. Right. I'm off to make a cup of tea.
I'm off to watch Netflix again. Right, so lads, that's it. That's our virtual Grand National preview. Thanks again for watching, and we hope you have a virtual winner.